Welcome back then everyone to a Key Camps adventure. And yes, it's been a while since we've actually done some recording. I think we're coming up to 5 weeks, but nothing bad. That will be explained later on. And if the title hasn't given it away already, we've got a few things on the agenda this afternoon. 2 lakes, aeroplane crash site, the lightest pump in the camping world, and a hidden bothy in North Wales. I've packed lovely and light this afternoon. Just got the essentials and the world's smallest pump. I've got tunes in the old ears and surprisingly some September sun. I know there's clouds there, but it's relatively warm. It's very still, it's dry, and projected weather is supposed to maintain this, so happy days. So let's get trekking. Out of that list that I've just given you, the first talking point will be one of the first clins out of the 2. So let me get some scenic shots along the way for you. Now you're telling me they aren't decent views. I'll look at them all day, but the sun is just starting to poke its way out and put some heat on me, which is quite nice because it's still quite cold, quite chilly. But on a more important note, we're nearly there. I'm just going to show you an old little mining building, well, rundown mining building from back in the day, and I'll put the details on the screen. We're going to go visit that, and then we'll talk about why I've been gone for 5 weeks. Then we're going to move to the first clin, the second clin, and then I'm going to leave the best till last, the hidden bothy in North Wales. Let's go. There we are then, we've made it to what I believe, and I'm pretty sure is an old ruined mining structure from back when. I have no idea. I will chat GPT this building when I get home and I'll put it on the screen for this video, but you can see there's some sort of machinery still left over. Got old, well, it's not a door because it's got a wheel in it, but I imagine that wheel had something to do with the flow of the water there. I'm not too sure, I could be doing absolute waffle here, but I'll put up information on the screen at some point, or if I haven't already. But wow, just to think how old this is. Oh, I didn't even realise I've just walked past a wild pony as well. See it in the background there, just about, you probably can't, camoed in, but as I just came off the small hill there, I did see there's plenty of wild ponies the way I'm going. So that's also fantastic to see. So let me take a pew, get a water out, and I'll tell you why I've been gone for 5 weeks. Right, so the reason that I've actually been gone isn't anything bad, to be honest with you. After the Mole Shabod camp, I just had a moment where I thought I need to get fit. I don't struggle going up mountains, but I was weighing 19 stone, nearly 5 pounds, so I was urging, you know, onto the 20 stone mark. And now I've hit 31. You've got to start looking after yourself a bit better. I know it's a bit, what are you talking about that for? You're only 31, but I work in the Welsh Ambulance Service. I see enough of it going around. I think, right, it's time. So what I've been doing for the last 4 to 5 weeks is pretty much just running 5k every day, hitting a major calorie deficit, and I've nearly got to 17 stone. So we're looking at 2.5 bit stone, and I'm feeling so much better. I feel focused, and it's the first time in a long time since I used to do kickboxing, like 15 years ago, no, 10 years ago, that I've actually been disciplined in my food, in my exercise, my, you know, my calorie input compared to my calorie output, so I'm feeling very good, and I think I just wanted to focus on that, and I kind of got too honed in on that, and camping just got pushed to the side, because I thought if I go camping, if you go camping, you guys, you know, you always wake up a little bit groggy, you wake up a little bit tired, and that day is a little bit 80%. I just didn't want to get set off track with how good I'm doing with my eating and my running. So today I thought, you know what, we're feeling fit, let's get a bag, let's put it on, and let's just go on a trek, and that can be my run for the day. So I'm already on like 750 calories, and it's 12:15, and I've eaten one thing today, and I'll have a big meal when I get home, full of greens and full of protein. So that's pretty much it, but I'm starting to miss the camps now, so I'm going to start coming back on the camps. I've got loads of new gear that I've still not tried. You're going to be seeing 2 of those today, later in the hidden Bothy. But just rest assured, I'm back on track. I'm back on the camping game, and winter's coming now, so this is the best time for you guys to watch our wild camps, because summer, I've got to be honest, summer is just no fun to watch. Anyway, enough about the fitness grind and all that crap now. I'm back on the camps. Today isn't a camp, yes, however, I am showing you the lightest pump in the camping world, I believe, and it's fantastic, and I can't wait to show you that down at the Bothy. But let's go and see the first clean, because that's fantastic. But the second clean is where there was a famous crash site. I will talk about that more over there, and I'll put that on the screen for you as well, because I don't want to pretend I know all this stuff. I just know bits of it, but I want to give you the accurate information. So I've had a drink, I've had a sit down, the sun's on my back, it's lovely. Let's head over to that clean and check it out. Listen to that. Apart from my breathing, absolutely, and that sheep over there. All right, mate. Apart from that, complete silence. Melon. Wow, what a place. I've been here before, but I came here when I went camping twice, and every time it's a rush to get to camping or to pitch a tent. I've got no time frame, so I could actually sit and just look at the landscape surrounding Melon. You can't see them, I'm going to show you shortly, but there's a couple of wild ponies up there, and we're going to walk past a couple now, a beautiful looking dark brown one. So that's really lovely to see. But yeah, apparently you can do, does it say private fishing or no fishing? Private fishing, so I suppose if you've got a license and permission and all that jazz, you could come here on a lovely summer's day, or winter, whatever, I don't know what's the best time for fishing, have a glorious fish surrounded by mountainous landscape. But let's crack on, because I want to get to the second clean and get the drone up and talk about the airplane crash. So let's get moving. Wales is just fantastic. Look at this, I didn't even see him or her. Completely just white with a bit of pink on the end of the nose. Got loads more up there, some just over the brow, but I was coming for this one to take a photo, because gorgeous looking horse, but then I found this. I can confirm it's a fella. But look at that. Wow. Wales, man, I know you get horses in England, but most mountain ranges that you get in Wales, just, you do have sheep, you have horses, birds of prey, goats. Amazing. Look at this fella, look at him. Right, come on, let's get to the clean. That white horse is stunning. And the sheep, of course. Well, they've made this path certainly more accessible since I last was here. They've now got, let's say, steps, there's rope to help people come down the side of the mountain, which, you know, I get, because it's a bit of a drop. And you don't want any injuries or fatalities for coming to see something so amazing, which is around this corner, which I'm not going to show you just yet. I've noticed there's a few people at the Bothy, which is fine. I'm not staying, it's there to share. Very popular, so it's not so hidden, but I'll give you a few clues as to where I am in concerns to the Clin, and especially this Clin that I'm going to show you now. So let's get there, let's show you that. And I said about the weather, it just started spitting, which wasn't pleasant and unplanned. I don't have a raincoat, I don't have any coat apart from my down jacket, which I'm going to put on in the Bothy because I don't want to get cold with all this sweat. But look at this, right? Come on, let's get there. Let's show you this wonderful, wonderful Clin. So, ladies and gents, this is Clondillen. What a fantastic looking Clin. And again, private fishing if you've got the license and permission to do so. And I believe it's sponsored or ran by Dolgarrog, FC Dillon, or whatever they're called. Football team local to here, I imagine. But yeah, look at this. So I've got the details, I'm going to read it off my phone because I want to get it right. So November 11th, 1944, a C-47B, which was a US transport plane carrying 4 crew members, crashed into the cliffside, and unfortunately all 4 crew members lost their lives here on November 11th, 1944. I've been here before, and because I know it's not like the ocean, or they may have removed it because I can't see it, one of the propellers is still in the water. I'm struggling to see it, but I'm sure, quote me if I'm wrong, the water can become shallower at some point. I don't know if it's because we've had a lot of rainfall recently because we're going into spring, but roughly around this island here, I've seen it, I've been here with my mates, there was a propeller in there. Whether they've removed that, sorry, I don't know, because it all seems a bit new around here at the moment. Our building's always been there, but there's a new box outside. The stairway to help people access this Clin, that's brand new. They've built little steps, it's been painted. It looks great, it really does look great, and hopefully it brings people a lot of joy. And people camp here. I've seen a lot of people camp here on tents, as long as you look after the land, etc. Pitch late, leave early. See, I've forgotten all the camping quotes, but yeah, Clondillen, amazing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to chill here for a little minute, and then I'm going to go down to the Bothy, greet whoever's there, and get the drone up, and we'll bring it above this as well and see if we can find that propeller. Let me just show you one more time. Then let's make way to the Bothy, where if you go through my catalogue, I've stayed there before. I want to say within the last 2 years, I can't remember exactly when it was, but fantastic stay. Me, Cal and Mike went up, and we ended up staying with like 11 people that night. Loads of people were there. Yeah, we went on a Saturday, so granted it's going to be a bit more popular, but good laugh, like-minded people. And we had bad weather that one as well, so we all had to stay indoors. But yeah, find that Clondillen Bothy. Oh, it's not so hidden now, is it? I can't just give you the name, but whew, what a place. Air valve. Old bits of machinery. I'd love to have been here decades ago and seen this whole place in full operation. But right, promise, no more waffling. I'm going to get there, show you the Bothy, get the drone up, and then we'll talk about and show you actually the lightest pump in the camping world, in my opinion. And I've got a new coat, so I'll show you that as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed those shots of the Bothy there. I've just taken a seat outside because it's still pretty full inside. I've got a can of Coke and some sort of chocolate brownie protein bar, and that'll do me, and then I'll have a nice healthy meal later on this evening with all my greens and proteins and things like that. But yeah, I've just whacked on my new down coat, mountain equipment. It's keeping me lovely and warm, and I love the colours, blue and red. This is one of many new bits of gear that I've got ready in anticipation for, you know, the autumn and the winter camps. Because yeah, it's sunny, but the sweat and the slight breeze, it's just it's giving me a bit of a chill. So I thought I'll whack this on, have a bit of a seat, and sit outside this wonderful Bothy. But yeah, it's pretty full. Just spoke to the lads, or a lad in there, and he said there was about 30 there last night. So it's a busy one, busy place to come, and there's people coming down the steps now as well who parked up same time as me. So lovely place. You can't really blame anyone for wanting to come here. Yeah, so I'm going to eat this small lunch, and then we'll talk about the pump. Okay, so I've left the Bothy behind. I've had my lunch and I've taken my coat off because I was getting too bloody hot. Unfortunately, I can't show the inside. A group of mates are in there. They're having a good time. They're chilling out. I don't want to be like, oh, can I just be weird and film around you? Do you know what I mean? It's for everyone to share. I'm not mad about it. It's nice to see it being used, and to be fair to the lads, they're a young group of lads, and when I walked in they were sweeping away and tidying up, so you can't complain with that whatsoever, because some people leave it in a right state. So what I'm going to do is I've set myself a challenge. I'm not going back the way I came. I've noticed there's a farm track, or like a quad track, that goes right up to the path. It's a steep incline. I'm going to test the old fitness and see if I can just get up there. I mean, it will cut sorry, it will cut off about half an hour of my walk and put me straight back on the path, so that's ideal. And there's a white horse up there I want to go and check out as well. So I'm just going to navigate this bush and start that climb. With the pump, don't worry, I'm going to talk about the pump, and I've got my Nemo mat as well to show you how good this pump is, so I'm not going to bail that. I can't speak now, so I'm concentrating. I might find a quiet spot up there, or I might just do it back at the car where there's no wind and you can fully see the performance and how good the smallest pump in the world of camping is. So let me crack on up there. Let's all say bye to the Bothy, Clondillen and Melon and let's challenge this absolute beast. I might bring you along with me, let's see. Oh, just before I do actually attempt the slog, I don't usually do this, but I think I've got the right people watching this channel. Fantastic camping spot there. If the Bothy's full and you can't really camp up towards Clondillen, if you just come down, fantastic little spot, nice and flat. Probably get 3 pictures on there comfortably. I won't go any more than that. Running water, so if you bring a filter, you'd be absolutely fine. Stunning views. You could walk up to the Bothy. Wow, and you've got a little fellow mountain doggy there as well. Oh, see you later, mate. Right, enough waffling, let's get up here, and you can see my sweaty head when I get to the top. Let's get these headphones in. Well, that wasn't the best of ideas. Pure sludge and bog for the first, like, well, from there to here. It's getting better now. 2 white horses up there, gonna pass them shortly, but already, yeah, I'm breathing relatively heavy, but I'm doing a massive incline, but feeling good, feeling really good. And this is why I want to do this little bit of a challenge here. Usually I just be like, oh, I'll go the way we came. Anyway, let's get to these horses, back on the path, and then we'll start talking about the pump. Woo! Calf burner. Are you a baby? Whew. That that was not one of my smartest ideas. Oh my god, that was just pure bog. Feet got submerged multiple times. Now I've got soaking wet feet. However, I've made good progress. I'm near the path now. Those two horses were gorgeous. That one lying down looked a bit small, so I'm wondering if it was a baby horse foal, whatever you call them. What a landscape though. Sometimes you've got to stop and just look around, don't you? I get it, when you're ploughing on, you're out of breath, you're like, just got to get there. You kind of forget where you are. So stop and look, just take it in. Look how far that Bothy is now. I've only been 5 minutes. Feeling good. Okay, right, let's get to the path, and then I'm going to talk about the pump, and I'm going to show you the pump. I may change that order, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Right then, everyone. I've done the path, and I'm on the main Roman path now. The reason we're here today is for the smallest pump in the camping world, in Key Camps' opinion. This tiny little thing here is the AEROGOGO GIGA pump. It's absolutely tiny, and this is everything. Now you do get attachments as well. I'll put a screenshot of those here. I've not brought them today. I just want you to see the pump, and I've brought the main attachment to blow up my Nemo inflatable mattress. Now, as you've seen today, I've been walking with my AirPods in, listening to tunes, and that is my AirPod case. That weighs more than the AEROGOGO GIGA pump. This weighs 28 grams. It's fantastic. And this little cord that you see here, literally, I'm going to try and do this one on now. That was grim. Is the USB-C attached to the pump. This plugs into either your phone or your battery pack. I will highly recommend use your battery pack because it's just better for performance wise, and it won't drain the battery as much as it would on your phone. And obviously when you're out in the wild, your phone's probably one of your most key bits of gear in terms of safety wise. So you've got your pump and you've got your USB-C. Now let me show you, just attached to my phone, how easy this thing is to set up and use. Right then, I'm crouching in the middle of the path, so if someone comes around the corner quickly, they're going to think, why is he pooing there? So I do look a bit dodgy. However, I'm going to listen to my own advice. Got a battery pack, quite a heavy one because I'm on a lightweight walk today, so I don't mind. And my pump, USB-C into that, and literally it just starts going. No on, no off button. As soon as you plug it in, it starts going. And I'll put all the details here. It's got it on here, but I don't want to read them to you because I probably won't make any sense. The only one I really care about is the 28 grams, which is 1 ounce. 1 ounce. You plug it into the battery pack or your phone if you've got a USB-C phone, so the new iPhones, and off you go. Like I said, you get the attachments, but I will put the details here of like how much air it's pumping out, etc, etc, so you can have a good look. I've also got a discount code as well, which I'll put in the description alongside the link to buy the AEROGOGO. Okay, they've kindly supplied me they've kindly supplied me with one to show you guys, because it's just absolutely fantastic. And I will be taking it on my charity walk from Cardiff to Rhyl at the end of October, and we'll talk about that as well later on. So nice and easy, plug in, push. How sound is that? And that is a lot of air coming out of there, by the way, not just some crap air. And then you plug it back in, that's it. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and I'll be taking the AEROGOGO GIGA pump now everywhere, every camp, because I've blown up a mattress. Yeah, granted, it's not as rapid as my flex tail, but my flex tail is relatively big compared to that and weighs considerably more. But it gets it up in no time. Don't have to do anything with it, just leave it, pump it up, take it out of the battery pack, done. And it will, I'm going to say this, I'm not going to promise because I don't know the stats, but that didn't even take a percentage off of my Belkin battery pack then. Fantastic bit of kit, but you'll see it on the next camp. I'll make sure to highly show it off. But yeah, head down to the description if you want the link to the pump, and also got a bit of a discount code for you. And lastly, thank you very much, AEROGOGO, for sending it out to me and allowing me to have one and use on my camps and just make my life 10 times easier with a lighter bag. I think everyone can agree on that one. But what a fantastic location this has been. Absolutely stunning. If you want to come for a walk, a run, camp, a Bothy stay, you've got everything here. Parking is fantastic, loads of parking. Provided, you know, you take care of the place and you look after it like we all do. Leave no trace, don't scorch the ground, don't disturb people, you know, be respectful. That's why we all love the outdoors. But right, let's get back towards the car, and we're going to talk about my charity walk that I was supposed to do in September, and it's now been pushed on to October. Right then, should we have a little last chinwag of the walk? So as many of you know, and a few of you have donated as well, thank you very much. I was attempting a charity walk from Rhyl to Cardiff, so North Wales to South, at the end of September in aid of the Welsh Ambulance Service charities Task and WAST. So I was raising for two, nearly £1,000. However, on day one, I was walking in 10 hours of rain. My route wasn't the route I wanted to go on and what I anticipated, and I ended up getting trench foot on the night of, well, the first day. So I got clinical advice from my colleagues who I work with, and they said not to continue if you can't keep your feet dry, and it was projected to rain for the whole trip, which would have been fine normally, but I'll try if I can and put a photo of my foot on there. So I'm sorry about that if you're eating your tea, but it was grim. But if I would have carried on, I could have, you know, risked getting an infection and it would have just been worse. So I spoke to the charities because they're both in my organisation, and they were both very lovely, and everyone's been lovely actually. And I'm redoing it on the 23rd of October. However, I've changed it. I'm going from Cardiff now to Rhyl, so I can have a bit of a homecoming when I get there. So in hindsight, it's actually made me plan this a lot better. So if you have donated, don't worry, I've not let you down. I just delayed it a month. And you know what? Even with this fitness grind as well, that's also playing a big key into it. So I'll be much healthier and mindset will be better, and because I'm not thinking about fitness, and yeah, I've planned my route properly and it's going to be good. I'm excited for that trip now. So just wanted to clear that up because I know a couple of you have asked, you know, what's the update with the charity walk, blah, blah, blah. And because I've been off YouTube for 5 weeks, I've just not really managed to get that across. So there's your answer, and I hope you'll be supporting me when I attempt to do it again in October. So from this lovely sty with that backdrop, what I'm going to say is thank you very much for being this far. If you're this far in the video, I hope you enjoyed the two clins. I hope you enjoyed the Bothy. Like I said, if you want to see the inside of the Bothy, click the description to the video down below. I spent the whole night in there with my mate, so you can see it all in its full glory. The pump was a brief introduction, and I am going to use that on the next camp and the camps going forward, so you'll see that again, link in the description down below, and the discount code as well, and hopefully it can bring you a nice light bag. so with all that said, I will see you next week on a wild camp. I promise it's a wild camp now. We're back, we're fully back. I just need to start thinking of these healthy options that I can start bringing with me on these camps. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of this walk because it's bloody sunny, and I hope you have a fantastic week and enjoy your weekend next weekend. I'll see you then.